What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's time for another Pounds for Purrs video, and today I decided to get some old footage of me doing a goblet squat. That way I can talk a little bit more about the benefits, and also you get to see how I like to do them. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is depth. That's a big thing with goblet squats. Most people can actually go lower on a goblet squat than they will on a back squat. Now, don't get me wrong. If you can go lower on a back squat, you should. And you can go to parallel, and if you're struggling with that, you can use a goblet squat in the meantime while you work on your hip mobility, maybe ankle mobility, or even just a little bit of strength foundation to get ready for a back squat. But if you can get a little bit more range of motion, if you can drop your hips below your knees like you're seeing me do on every single rep, that's actually a really beneficial thing, not only for quad development, but also to keep your knees safe. So that way, if you're doing quarter squats, if you're doing partials, that puts a lot of stress on the knees. When you're able to have not only the mobility, but also the dexterity of being able to go lower, it'll actually help save your knees, put more of the emphasis on the actual muscles themselves. Now, another thing that's great about the goblet squat is that it's not a weighted exercise on your back. So if you are doing something that includes spinal compression, like a back squat, the goblet squat is a wonderful secondary exercise that's not going to put a lot of stress on your spine. So what it'll do is, because the weight is in front of you, it's going to put way more emphasis on your core. And in my opinion, the goblet squat is a top-notch core exercise. Just like I put emphasis on the overhead press, the strict press, same thing with the goblet squat. You get a lot of great core activation. You're aware of where your back and your shoulders are at all times because you're supporting that weight in front of you. And again, just overall lower body development, being able to go lower than a back squat are all good reasons to implement this lift. And I like to go heavy, so I am using a 120-pound dumbbell. Not that you have to, but I happen to be in a place that had them, so of course I had to give them a whirl, and it was a lot of fun. Alright guys, adopt, don't shop.